Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport. You can tell the year is starting to wrap up because the motorsport being offered up to us is pretty meagre, but unless you want me to talk about competitive knitting, then we better discuss what went down last weekend. And thankfully it is some pretty juicy stuff. Starting with Macau, and this will only be a brief word, mainly because I don't want to spend several hours learning to say the various Chinese, Macau and Hong Kong based names. I will keep it short and sweet. I love Macau. It is always an intensely exciting weekend of action. It is a shame that for a second year in a row we couldn't have any of the international stars competing with the locals on the tight streets of Macau, as well as missing the motorcycle race completely. But they made the best of a tough situation for a second year in a row, and the racing was of a really high quality. Some big moments of action, something we will look at later this week, so make sure you subscribe. It's been 2 years of Asian only drivers, and hopefully in 2022 the world will be ready for a Macau weekend of old. Dao Loyang won the GT Cup race for a second time, the first being 13 years ago, made all the more amazing by the fact he had a massive crash in race 1 and started from the back in race 2. Hon Cho Long won the Grand Prix for a second year in a row. He has really capitalised on the lack of world talent at the event. I enjoyed Macau, but I want a normal event in the future. Hopefully that can be in 2022. For the rest of the action, we will start in Australia and the V8 supercars. Shane van Gisbergen only had to maintain his lead to be champion, and he did just that, winning the first race ahead of Jamie Whincup and increasing his large points lead. The second race was cancelled because of rain, and that meant van Gisbergen is champion before they even set foot on the mountain next weekend. It has been one hell of a year for the Kiwi. 14 wins, 23 podiums in 29 races. It's no wonder he is champion already. Whincup goes into his final Bathurst race as a full-time driver, and I kinda hope he wins. A 5th win on the mountain would be a great way to end his amazing career of 7 championship wins. AAA are in for big changes over the next couple of years. Whincup goes this year and becomes team principal and managing director. They'll have a Camaro instead of a Holden in a couple of years. Brock Feeney has all but won the 2021 Super 2 Championship and has the daunting task of stepping into Jamie Whincup's shoes. He seems like a talent, but we will have to see how he compares to the mighty van Gisbergen. The Tasman series made a return, as I mentioned earlier last week. Annoyingly, they added drivers to the entry list after I did the video, but I gave you the bare bone basics. Nathan Hearn had a scary moment that saw him launch to the tyre barrier. Joey Mawson had a similar incident and was the shock retirement of race 1, Tim McCrowell winning. Maybe it wasn't as much of a shock. Race 2, and if you're wondering how Roberto Merri was going to do in this series, well, he only went and won the race and seems to have the hang of it. Race 3 and Aaron Cameron took a win and leaves Sydney as the series leader from Merri and McCrowell. The weather for the third race was awful and there was lots of spins, and the action from the Tasman series was good, but the field is still kind of small for my liking. Only 12 cars. But lots of drivers with plenty to prove as we head to Bathurst. The final round of the World Rally Championship did not throw up any major surprises. Elflyn Evans needed a miracle to take the championship away from Ogier, and it didn't happen. Sebastian Ogier took his 54th rally win and his 8th championship. I kind of feel sorry for him. Any other sport and he would be the all-time outstanding god of champions. But just before he began a dominant run of championships, there was another Frenchman with the same first name who managed to rack up an even bigger number. Loeb or Ogier, who is better? Sebastian Ogier isn't gone for good and will be back part-time in 2022 with Toyota. Evans will return also, as will many of the same names as 2021, but the hybrid cars are waiting in the wings, and 2022 is set to be one hell of a year. Adrian Formal rolled on day 1, and frankly he crashes far too much for me. Oliver Solberg got a 5th place overall, his best result so far, and Sordo beat Neuville to the podium. An exciting end to another exciting year of rallying, and a lot of young stars starting to rise through the ranks. Finally, Nitro Rallycross, and this is the first time I've really had a chance to talk about this new Rallycross series. It is slightly different to its World Rallycross cousin. I'm not sure about the first day head-to-head qualifying format. You get the odd good race, especially towards the end, but a lot of them end in retirement for one car. The heats in World Rallycross are better, but it is great seeing 8 cars in the final. I love the blue Subaru with the very nostalgic yellow patterns on the side, and the specially designed tracks, which I believe Travis Pastrana had a hand in designing, are very, very exciting with great jumps. There has been some great racing, so definitely check it out. Round 4 came from Glen Helen and the action was fierce. Day 1 saw a banger of a race between Scott Speed and Kevin Eriksson that ended with Speed nearly landing on Eriksson. Speed won by just 0.047 of a second. Kevin Hansen won the qualifying round and got top spot for day 2. Speed and Pastrana won their races and grabbed the front row for the final. Timmy Hansen had to win his loser's race to get on the back of the grid, but Kevin Hansen made a mistake, crashed and lost out. Ronald Baldins got to the final, which was nice, but it was Pastrana leading home a Subaru 123, and the championship goes to the final round between Pastrana, Speed and Timmy Hansen. Next week we have a lot of racing coming to an end for 2021. Super GT is also coming to an end with Fuji. World Touring Cars ends in Russia and will be the place where we wave goodbye to Gabriele Tarquini, and World Rallycross has their last 2 rounds as well. So make sure you subscribe for more, leave a comment, leave a like and tell your friends. Thank you for watching and have a good one.